There are little trickles of things that are given to us that remind us that we are as beautiful as we are, yet imperfect. So,
Hey, beautiful flowers. I hope you're having a great day. If you're new, welcome, and huge, big arms. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep, I'm getting close. All right. I'll go away. And if you're not new, also welcome and huge arms. So today I wanted to do a part 2. I don't know if you guys have seen my part 1 to the series called Unfiltered. Basically, it's a series where I just talk about stuff that, not a lot of us talk about, like insecurities, just the rawness that we always hide. And I want to have a space where you could just cry your eyeballs out or anything. So just sit somewhere, grab your pet, your favorite stuffed animal, some tea, anything, and just join me and let's start talking about our insecurities. I'm also having a friend who's also going to join me in this collaboration. So here's Edrian. Come on up.
I'm just, well, speaking of insecurities, hey everyone, thank you for having me. I think I look a little extra tan from my run this morning.
Well, this guy, he's amazing. He's definitely my mentor, my best friend, big brother, everything. So definitely go give him a follow. And also a huge shout out to Pictureflicks, I believe it's called. They're letting us rent the studio. This is my first time here, so definitely different from anything else I've recorded in my channel. So yep, there's not like a certain amount of insecurities. Just pinpoint something that kind of just, it's always been around and it kind of affects self-love or how you're motivated in life or just life experiences. Let's see, like for me, one of huge insecurities that I have is I tend to love very strongly, and I'm very insecure about it because obviously people can manipulate, get manipulated, all this crap, and
be toxic, yep, and
yeah,
they leech on you.
Basically, yeah.
And you don't even know because we love so much that they've already like eaten us alive. And then when they leave us, when they're done with us, it's like, oh, what else are we left with? Not to sound jaded or anything, but sometimes you just learn the hard, oh my goodness. Sometimes you just learn the hard way.
Yeah, just I feel like, I don't know if it's just the generation or just the more people develop, it's like we just tend to be inhuman. Or, there's a lot of discussions about like depression. Another one of my insecurities, depression is something that I feel no one should ever feel insecure about. No one should ever feel like, oh, because I have depression, I am less of a person, I'm less of anything. That's how I felt for so much of my life because one, my parents were like, hey, we can't help you, you need to get fixed, let's take you to therapy. I hated it.
See, that's the thing though, like you just said the word fixed. It's like, to some degree, I feel like there is help that needs to happen, but being fixed implies that you're broken. And I truly believe that people who have depression are not broken at all. I think, you're just wired a little different than I am, We just like not hormones, but like the way our body functions is just a little bit different, but you're not broken.
Yeah, and I think it's okay to be broken. I feel like people think...
And it's also okay to be different.
To be different, introvert.
Yes.
I'm a huge introvert. That's kind of my insecurity too. Growing up, I definitely feeling broken and always feeling like there's something wrong with me. I don't know why people are leaving. I don't know what exactly is happening, and I also, there's something I try to, tell people or inspire. Like, one of the things that I try to do is self-love as much as possible. Like, yeah, I have insecurities, but I always try to have some type of self-love. And
can you,
yeah.
I'm sorry, because I very much agree with self-love. But our viewers, your viewers on this channel might be wondering, what does self-love look like to you, and what could it look like for them?
Well, I have mentioned in the first episode a little bit of self-love. It can be the smallest thing, you know, doing, you know, face stuff, brushing your teeth, anything that is...
Having wine, I need that.
Something that you're doing because you're taking care of yourself, not anybody else.
And it makes...
Go ahead.
Yeah. For me, it would really be me being an introvert, like, especially now trying to like make the greatest effort to have an online presence. You know, it's like, it can feel so hard to put yourself out there when you're surrounded by like everyone else being amazing and being amazing at doing what they do, and them being introverts. I mean, well, not to say that all of them are extroverts, but it's like, it's hard to not feel overshadowed by people with bigger energies, you know. And it does really feel like media, society, it feels socially like charged, that the bigger the better, really, in terms of the personality, you know. And then so I start to wonder, then where does that leave people like me? You know, people, someone who's an introvert, someone that's a little bit more tender, a little bit more thoughtful, someone that cares to know a little bit more than an average person. You know, it's like, I kind of feel like, I guess also the way like media has portrayed people who are introverts they tend to be the ones that are, you know, like the one that's like pushed over, you know.
Like down on myself, because it's like, well, what am I doing? Like, am I just too comfortable with how things are? Am I just not trying enough? Am I really not extrovert enough to like make connections with people and networking and stuff? Because I see, you know, I want to do certain things in dance, and I see people getting there before me.
Yes.
Even though I've like already graduated before them, and it's like, crap.
So going back to networking, San Diego YouTubers is actually always hosted here in Pictureflicks every other Wednesday. So like when you're talking about networking, in general, you were talking about dance, but networking is something that I struggle with. And actually, in the last vlog that I was recording here, I tried to vlog, but I ended up backing out of it because I was like, there's so much new people here. I didn't feel comfortable yet, you know, but at the end of the day, they were all great people, and thankfully I got to see that. But it was a process for me to feel like, okay, I can feel safe within myself to like do this. I just don't care what people think, but y'all, that is hard.
Yep.
It is very hard.
Especially if you're dating.
Oh.
Dating as well, trying to date people, trying to be accepted as well, because there's that's that.
Yeah,
and,
no,
you know,
true.
or just meet people in general.
No, I get it, yeah. But I do feel like dating is actually a place where you can actually start working on that, developing even a stronger backbone, because then if you keep letting the people that you're dating, if you keep letting their opinions of them, what can I say? If you, just kidding.
Let their opinions
yes, I get it now. Yes, yeah. If you keep letting their opinions affect you, then doesn't that mean you're going backwards? Kind of going backwards.
I guess it's kind of like, I already feel that about myself, and if somebody else feels the same thing, it kind of makes me feel like it's hard to explain. Like, I think because I've had such bad dating experience.
There's trauma. There's trauma. Yeah. It's real.
It's in general, just because growing up, people just stared at me because, one, my birthmark, two, I don't have the greatest skin. I have acne scars, I have all that stuff. I have eczema, and I'm slowly trying to be okay with showing my skin off, because it's some of the things that you probably don't know, but I mean, in photo shoots and stuff like that, I do try to show a little bit more here, because, you know, I do accept myself, my body and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you know, I have a good body, all that stuff, but it's the skin that I've definitely kind of hate. And when I edit the photos that I take,
then you kind of
I kind of want to take those off of me. And it's horrible to feel like, oh, I need to cover that up and whatever. Like, you know, I wanted to go to the beach the other day and I'm like, oh, but my stretch marks are gonna show and all my eczema on my, you know, my butt and everything's gonna show. I really don't want to go to the beach. Oh, I need to wear shorts to cover it up. Like, it was the first time that I felt that way where I was just like, why? Like, yeah, it's genetics and stuff like that, but like, I really don't like my skin.
And it's okay. It's actually really okay. Like, I think we'd be lying to say that you have to love what you don't love about yourself all the time. I think there has to be a point though that you just have to accept what is.
Yeah.
Versus what we want it to be, because I like what you're saying, you know, like it's gonna be there, but why continue to let it paralyze you?
Yeah.
You know, like the fact that we get to wake up another day, you know, and it's like, oh my goodness, if I only knew that this, you know, this could be my last day or whatever, you know, then how would I treat that? Like, how would I be? And I'm sure for the most part, y'all would not be the same. Let me say that y'all would not be the same. So
I definitely feel very lucky. I basically had a problem in birth. I had my umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, which caused me to not breathe. And my mother actually told me that she didn't even know if I was even going to be alive. And it took probably, I think, almost a minute for me to actually cry. And she was like, you know, the nurses that were there, all of us cried because it was in that moment of like, my life is, I feel very lucky because it's such that small little thing. I could not be here, and I feel very blessed to be able to push through that. And now I have this beautiful, you know, mark on my body that I used to be insecure about, and now it's just like, it's a reminder that I'm alive, and I don't care who out there that hates birthmarks. Meanest thing that someone has told me is that they didn't want to have kids with me because of my birthmark, because they believe if their kids had what I had.
What birthmark are you talking about?
This.
Let me see.
This I mean, it fades because when I wash my face, the color changes. But yeah, this all on my chin, and it goes like this, but it's also on my neck, the back of my head and everything, which you can't see.
Let's shave your head. I'm just kidding. I mean,
you never noticed?
I've noticed there's some texture, but I never like
chocolate milk or something. No. That was middle school. Everybody said it was chocolate milk. Yeah.
It never it never made me see any less as a person. I don't know. I really don't. Here, give me a real hug. I just really don't know why. Like, someone would say that doesn't make sense. It's like,
it's those toxic experiences that I dealt in my past. I put myself in situations because I felt so crappy about myself that I didn't feel like I deserved anything good, or because of the mistakes that I did in my life, I felt I deserved bad. So I put myself in those situations and surrounded myself with those people, and then I got the toxic, you know, addiction and, you know, stuck in my head and thinking, wow, maybe this birthmark is horrible. Maybe I am not beautiful. Maybe I'm not worth, you know, to be loved or anything. And then I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was dance or if it was my mother. Well, yes, my mom and my family, and also just the fact that why am I sitting here letting this thing take over my life when I have this chance to live and to love myself and to love other people the way that I want to love people.
Yes, and like what you said, this is your like beautiful reminder that you were given a life, because hypothetically,
I don't
that
think
50% also could have been like, well, then you could have not made it.
You know, it's funny too that one of the summer camps that I've been to, like a dance summer camp, when we did headshots, they actually were trying to Photoshop my birthmark out. And they also shorten my nose to make it like thinner.
What? Your nose is so what? It doesn't make sense. Your nose is okay. See, if they did that with you, I'm sure. Do you see this? Do you see this like little?
Yeah, I used to. I'm still a little bit insecure because my nostrils are wide. So
they are, but it's cool. It don't hurt anyone. I've noticed.
But yeah, I found out that they were trying to take away my birthmark, and I told my mom. I said I wouldn't be myself without it.
And you know what? Too, I think I just also want to add that like going back to self-love, that self-love really has to come from you, because then when other people try to like instill what their definition of beauty is, then you'll be like, well, I guess, but it's like I know myself enough that I'm like, you know, like I'm short, I'm stocky, like I'm very, like I feel like I'm many things that's not considered like ideally, like what's the word that I'm looking for? That's not usually looked highly upon on. But you know what? I just started. If anything, I actually just started embracing that and making that my brand, really, because then I was able to really just get to the point and not give any fucks about what people say about me, because I'm like, oh, it's true. So what? What's your point? There are little trickles of things that are given to us that remind us that we are as beautiful as we are, yet imperfect. So I don't know. How do you feel about this session?
Definitely less emotional than my first one. Oh. I mean,
you gotta start off with a bang. I'm not saying... series premiere was you know, top of the Nielsen ratings.
I think
that's TV top.
Yeah, it was just I was at that point in my life that I felt that feeling, and I was like, I need to just say it now.
And that was good, actually. Like, I've actually watched that video more than once, just because it's like, there are also days too where I'm like, I feel so heavy, and like I think your video is like one of the only videos that besides the one that I've recorded, but I don't want to watch myself cry, you know. But you know, like being able to have like content out there that you could actually relate to is very important, and I'm actually thankful that you made that your first one, because then that really sets the tone and that really sets the bar for the rest of the topics that you do on this you know, series. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I need to cry in every video, but it's basically just how I'm feeling at that moment.
And being honest.
Being honest. Like, I'm not crying right now because I'm just in a different place in my life where I'm kind of like, like I'm okay, but there's things that are not okay, and I want to talk about it because it's something I don't normally talk about, and that's why I've made this series, because I want to talk about the underneath the stuff that's out, I guess. The dirt, I guess. So people can relate, and people can sit down and be like, wow, you know, I was really feeling like crap today, and I, you know, was really insecure about it. I didn't want to talk to anybody about it. Well, then talk to me, I guess, or watch the video, and maybe there's something we can relate, and, you know, just don't feel like you need to hide or anything. Like, it's okay to be your full, raw self, unfiltered self.
In the moment.
In the moment.
Honoring it.
Yeah. Life is full of experiences, good, bad, only to help you grow into the person you're supposed to be. Yes. And the person that you are is imperfect, but also beautiful, and just... I
wouldn't say but, and beautiful.
Oh, well, my bad if I said but.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Yeah. I know what you meant.
Imperfect and beautiful, you know, it's, well, because, it's... So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if there's anything that comes to mind, if you need to talk about something. Some of your insecurities, you know, talk about it. Definitely will read those. I'm not trying to be like a counselor or anything. I just want to share myself. Just share.
Well, with the content you're putting out, I feel like that's the track you're heading, though.
I just feel everybody.
That's not a bad thing.
I mean, that's what social media is. That's just. I mean, we're in life. We're showing ourselves, like everything that we do. So just hope you have a great day, and just a reminder. What's my saying?
Oh, what is your saying?
Start over. I hope you have a great evening, day, night, anything, and keep shining, you beautiful flowers. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Do you need the light?
There you
BTS.
go. Yes.
Oh my god. Let me scoot up closer.
Let's bring the light closer to us.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Kay Nelson. Thank you. Ah, there you go. That's so much better. Okay. I don't look so like burnt.